Okay, so let's talk about your dental practice. I'm willing to bet there's a hidden leak somewhere, and no, I don't mean a dripping faucet. I'm talking about a silent drain on your revenue, one that's probably costing you tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year. So today we're going to pinpoint exactly where that leak is, and I'm going to show you how a really simple piece of tech can plug it for good.
So let me ask you something, and I really want you to think about this for a second. Right now in your practice, do you have any idea how much money is just walking out the door, all because your phone line was busy, or maybe no one was there to pick up? I'm gonna guess the real number is a whole lot bigger than you think.
All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, how much are we really talking about? Well, the American Dental Association, they've run the numbers, and even their conservative estimates say the average practice is losing, get this, $150,000 every single year. And look, that's not potential money we're talking about. That is cold, hard cash that should be in your pocket, but instead, it's just vanishing.
So where in the world is all this money going? Well, the leak is coming from the one tool that's supposed to be bringing you new patients, your phone. All those systems we've been using forever, voicemail, busy signals, putting people on hold, they're not just a little annoying anymore. Nope. They're actually pushing your potential patients right into the arms of your competition. Let's make this super real for a minute. Imagine Sarah. She's got this awful toothache that's been bugging her all day, and now it's 6:30 p.m. and she's had it. She needs help. She finds your practice online, she calls, and bam, voicemail. Now, what do you think she does? Leave a nice, detailed message and wait patiently for you to call back tomorrow? Of course not. She hangs up, pulls up Google again, and calls the next dentist on the list. And just like that, you didn't just lose a single appointment, you lost a patient for life.
And if you don't believe me, just look at the brutal math behind voicemail. These numbers are, well, they're kind of staggering. The moment a potential new patient hears your voicemail greeting, a full 75% of them just hang up. Immediately, gone. And for that small group that actually bothers to leave a message, another 12% are never heard from again. So you add it up, that's an incredible 87% of people who hit your voicemail that you'll just never, ever book.
There's this huge gap between what we think voicemail is doing for us and what's actually happening. We tell ourselves, oh, it's professional, or they'll leave a message and we'll call them right back. But what's the reality for the patient? They see it as a brick wall, a dead end. They feel like you're not there for them, so they just move on to someone who is, right now.
And here's the kicker. This isn't just a problem for when you're closed. Not at all. We're talking about the middle of the day. Studies show that the average practice misses up to 35% of all their calls. Think about it. It's the lunch rush, your team is checking a patient out, they're on a long call with an insurance company, and the phone just rings and rings. Every single one of those missed calls, that's another Sarah slipping through your fingers.
Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one and it's been around forever. But the good news is there's now a seriously modern, and I mean incredibly effective solution. We're talking about a tool that works around the clock, 24/7, never needs a coffee break, and is built for one single purpose, to turn every single call into a booked appointment.
So what is this magic tool? It's called an AI voice agent, or you can think of it as a 24/7 AI receptionist. Basically, it's super smart software that can actually have a natural conversation with your patients over the phone. And here's the key. It doesn't just take a message. It understands what they're asking. It looks at your actual live schedule, books the appointment right then and there, and gives them the answers they need instantly.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Wait, isn't this just like one of those outsourced call centers? And that's a fair question. But no, it's completely different. See, a human at a call center is just following a script. They're basically a message taker, creating more work for your team. The AI receptionist, on the other hand, is tapped directly into your practice software. It has all the info it needs, and this is the game changer. It books the appointment in real time. No more phone tag, ever. And look, this is about so much more than just plugging that financial leak we talked about. This is about completely changing the game for your patient experience, right from that very first phone call. Because let's be honest, when you make things incredibly easy for people, you don't just get an appointment, you get a happy, loyal patient for life.
So let's walk through it again, the AI way. It's 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. Patient calls, tooth is killing them. The AI answers immediately, it understands they're in pain, checks your real live schedule, finds an 8 a.m. slot for the next day, books it directly into your calendar, and boom, sends a confirmation text right to their phone. The whole thing takes, 2 minutes? The patient's problem is solved, they're relieved, and you just gained a new patient while you were asleep.
And please, get that image of a clunky robotic voice out of your head. This technology is so good now, patients honestly can't even tell they're not talking to a person. Just listen to this quote from a real patient, Jennifer M. She says she didn't realize it was an AI until the end of the call. And then she says it was more helpful than some human receptionist she's talked to. That says everything, doesn't it? And listen, this isn't just some theory I'm talking about. The real-world results are absolutely mind-blowing. Take a look at this case study. They found that putting an AI voice agent in place cut their missed calls by 80%. 80! Let that sink in. That means for every 5 new patients you were losing before, you're now capturing and scheduling 4 of them. It's a total game changer. So what happens when you catch every single call and make booking an appointment completely effortless? Well, your patients get a lot happier. It's that simple. One study showed a 43% jump in patient satisfaction scores after they implemented AI. The connection here is crystal clear. An easier process means happier patients, period.
Okay, I know there's a big question on your mind right now. What does this mean for my front desk team, for the people I rely on every day? And that is the most important question of all. Let me be perfectly clear. This is not about replacing your team. It's about making them even better. It's about enhancement.
Here's the best way to think about it, and it's an analogy every single dentist will get immediately. Think about the jump from using hand files for root canals to using rotary instruments. The rotary tool didn't replace your clinical skill, right? Of course not. It amplified it. It made you better, faster, more efficient. That is exactly what this AI does for your front desk.
It really is the perfect partnership. Let the AI be the tireless, perfect assistant. Let it handle all the routine stuff. The endless, are you accepting new patients calls, the after-hours scheduling, the high volume of calls. Because that frees up your incredible human team to do what humans do best, build real relationships, comfort an anxious patient, and solve those unique problems that require creativity and empathy.
All right, let's wrap this up. What are the key takeaways here? Number 1, that $150,000 leak is very, very real. It's coming from missed calls, and old-school tools like voicemail just aren't cutting it anymore. An AI receptionist, though, it catches 100% of those calls 24/7 and books them right into your schedule. And maybe most importantly, it frees up your team to focus on what really matters, giving your patients amazing care when they're in your office. So we started this whole thing asking about the real cost of a missed call. Well, with the rise of AI receptionists, it looks like that cost might just become a thing of the past. So the real question becomes, as this tech gets more and more common, what's the new standard of service going to be? What will your customers start to expect? Definitely something to think about.